Hey, I'm Mr. James from Charm City Karate. This is our mat chat on focus. This week we're talking about changing your state. So last week we showed you guys a target. Do you remember? Yeah. So what did you concentrate on? The target? No. The bullseye, right? Yeah. So you look at the whole target, but you focus, you concentrate on that bullseye. Now, sometimes what happens though is that you will actually focus on something too much, or your mind will get focused on something that you can't get it off of. So what you need to do is learn how to break that or change your state. So let me give you an example. Let's say Fred goes to a party, all right? And so I asked Fred to come up and tell me about the party. So Fred starts telling me about this party he was at this weekend, and he's telling me about the cake that he had, and the ice cream, and the fun games. And while he's talking about it, I take a bucket of water and I dump it on his head. Is he still thinking about that party? No. What's he thinking about? He's thinking about getting a bucket of water dumped on his head. Now, he might be mad at me, he might be running away from me, chasing me, who knows? But he's not thinking about that party anymore. That's the same kind of thing that you're going to do to break your state, okay? Usually what you're trying to do is get out of a bad thought cycle. Like maybe you're in school and you're having a bad day. It happens, okay? Or you're having a hard day. I get it. I remember school, all right? I had hard days too. Days where I was thinking, I just can't wait for this day to be over, all right? It just kept getting worse. So what can you do to break your state? Or change your state? The first way you can do it is physically, changing what's going on. Now, it could be something small, like if you're in class, you could just change the way you're sitting, like sitting up straighter, maybe arching your back a little bit, change the way you're breathing, start taking like really deep breaths from your stomach. You know, you do that for a couple of minutes, you might notice, hey, I feel better, all right? If you're somewhere where you can move around a little bit, it might be just getting up and walking around for a couple of minutes, right? Maybe you're at home and you're having a terrible time with your homework and you're like, oh, just never get this. Get up, walk around a little bit, go in, say hi to your mom. Do some jumping jacks or some push-ups or something, you know? If you're at work and it's driving you crazy, maybe you can do a couple of push-ups in your cubicle, right? Or jog in place for a minute, all right? That sort of thing that will change your state can make everything all better, all right? Now, you can also change your state by talking to someone, all right? Now, if you're a member at our school, your parents and I have an agreement that we will always team up and never give up on you. So you can always come and talk to us. A lot of times, when you're a kid, you have problems that are brand new to you and you just can't figure them out and you got no clue. But here's the deal. Those problems are new to you, they're not new to us. We've been there, all right? I've been teaching karate to kids for like 20 years. That's a lot of kids. I can't even remember how many. So I've seen the problem over and over and over and over again, all right? Usually your parents have seen it before from when they were a kid, and now they have you, and they're seeing it again. If your parents have more than just you, they've probably seen it before, all right? So, the problem's new to you, it's not new to them, it's not new to us. We can help you with the problem. So you come and you talk to us, we'll help you with it. Sometimes all you need to do is talk about it and you go, man, I feel better already, thanks, and you run off and the problem's gone. If you're an adult, and I know there's a bunch of you adults that watch these just for yourself, that's cool. If you're an adult, sometimes talking about it will help you to come up with a solution in your own head. You could talk about it with your friends and then you go, wait, I've got it. Thanks. And your friend's going, sure? Okay. Or it might be something where they go, oh yeah, you know that happened to me once? And you're going, what? Really? Oh yeah. And they can help you with it. All right? So there's lots of things you can do, all right? talk to somebody. Maybe they can help you out. If nothing else, they can give you some support, all right? And sometimes problems are just how you interpret things, okay? Maybe your karate instructor comes up and he gives you a little push, all right? Now, one kid, karate instructor might push, and the kid laughs. Ha ha ha, Mr. Kenny, you're so funny. Another kid might get that push and go, Mr. Kenny? Okay, now, if the kid that got upset goes up to Mr. Kenny and says, hey, Mr. Kenny, man, why'd you push me? Mr. Kenny goes, dude, I was just playing around. I know you're a tough kid. Just want to see what you do. Thought you'd block me or something. Oh, okay. But if he just goes home and he's like, Mom, Mr. Kenny pushed me. She might be like, what? He's like, yeah. And he pushed me really hard. All right. And then it gets all blown out of proportion, see? Mr. Kenny was just playing around. But you didn't talk to him about it. You got all freaked out. Right? The other kid got all happy. He thought it was funny. He's playing around. Maybe even pushed Mr. Kenny back. Who knows? All right? So sometimes it's just how you interpret things. So talk it out if you're having a problem. All right? So work on changing your state. It can be a huge help to you. Turn your life around. Have a good day. I'll see you in class.